It's 1830. Author Victor Hugo had 6 months to write a book but couldn't focus, so when the publisher said it's either delivered on time or no book deal, Hugo took drastic measures. He removed his clothes, had his assistant lock them away, leaving him with no proper attire to leave the house, and he wrote furiously. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was published 2 weeks before his deadline. Distractions are not a new thing linked to technology. Even Socrates believed that writing things down would diminish the brain's ability to store information. So, Aluxers, let's see how we can build focus with 15 suggestions. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Number 1. Why are you not focused? Aluxers, it's not difficult to find the root cause of why you're struggling to focus. We know ourselves well enough to know we're either mentally, physically, or emotionally exhausted, or just having a plain, downright lazy day. You could be working from home during the pandemic and trying to look after your kids, keep the house tidy, and get your work done, and that alone is all-consuming. Where possible, eliminate the causes of your distractions. Right, so we don't mean selling the kids, but we do mean seeking help where possible. If you're struggling mentally or emotionally, book a session with an online counselor to give you the right tools to cope with your situation. If you're physically exhausted or even just lazy, take the day off and rest, even if that means back-to-back marathons of the Not Too Late with Elmo show for the kids. Number 2. Check all the elements are in place. Right, Aluxer, so you're awake and ready to get cracking on your day, but you get to your desk and it looks like a shithole. Not very inspiring, is it? Take 10 minutes and sort your shit out. Tidy your desk, wipe it down, empty the trash can, put all your pens into stationery holders, and take pride in your workspace. Ensure your desk and chair are set up correctly, and we mean ergonomically. If you're spending all day in front of a screen that isn't at the right height or your chair doesn't support your body properly, you're going to hurt yourself. Grab a glass of water, your mug of coffee, and switch off your mobile device. Now that you have 0 distractions, you're ready to work. Number 3. Have a work environment that inspires you and boosts your creativity, mood, and overall happiness. Aluxers, we've suggested giving your work area a good tidy, but if you really want to go to your desk space and work, something has to draw you to that area. Pinterest is overflowing with great ideas for small budgets. Even something as simple as a few green leaves in a vase will make you feel healthier and happier. Print some fun pictures of your family and friends and put them in frames, and hang some artwork above your desk that you absolutely adore. A quote that inspires you can also work really well. We love this one. Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Number 4. Train your brain. Aluxers, this is relevant for every age, from little to old. Not only will it help you build focus, but it staves off dementia and Alzheimer's. As we mentioned in our video, 15 unusual signs you're smarter than everyone else, if you find you struggle to remember things or need to be shown something a dozen times before you're able to do it yourself, you can train your brain to work more efficiently. Our brains need to work out just like our bodies do. Brain games like Sudoku, crosswords, Scrabble, and chess are all brilliant to keep your mind sharp and focused. Number 5. Ditch the idea that you can multitask. Multitasking, screwing up several things at once. It's been scientifically proven that multitasking is a myth. It's not physically possible to focus on 2 or more things at once because you're not able to give your undivided attention to a specific task, and one of those tasks will not get all your best parts. It's added that you end up taking longer to complete the tasks than if you had just done one at a time. So rather work on one task at a time, finish it properly, and then move on to the next. And speaking of moving on to the next, let's do that. Number 6. Supplement your healthy eating with additional brain-boosting foods. Our brains are the most important part of our body, yet have you ever thought of what would make your brain function optimally? We need to be feeding our brain with the right foods for it to function at its peak. Things like fatty fish, blueberries, pumpkin seeds, turmeric, broccoli, dark chocolate, oranges, nuts, eggs, and even coffee all contribute to a healthy, functioning brain. Number 7. Watch what and how you eat. We just spoke about brain food, but it runs deeper than that. At this stage, we're assuming you're eating a balanced diet, and we're not meaning a hamburger in one hand and a pie in the other. Firstly, it's never too late to start making better food choices. Many experts believe that practicing self-control increases your focus and decreases your waistline. What we do know is that eating mindfully, slowly, and properly means you digest the food, you taste it and relish in it, and very importantly, you appreciate it. Digestion starts in your mouth, so if you're wolfing down your food, you're bound to get cramps or struggle with constipation, which are definitely not good things for focus and concentration. Number 8. Live in the moment. As cliche as that sounds, Aluxers, how is it possible to focus on the task at hand when your mind is racing toward things that happened in the past or wondering about something that may or may not happen in the future? When we shift our attention to the exact moment, we manage to isolate and assuage other anxieties and worries. And we know it's not easy, Aluxers. It takes a lot of practice and mindfulness. To help you achieve that, we've created a Mind Mastery course. Go have a look at Alux.com/mindmastery. Number 9. Try Warren Buffett's two-list strategy for focused attention. If you're looking for excellent advice, you can't go wrong with pearls of wisdom dished out by one of the richest men in the world. To cut it right back to the basics, Buffett suggests writing down a list of 25 goals, then dividing that list into two lists, one with your 5 most important goals and one with the other 20. Now, ditch the second. Although those are important to you, they're not as important as your first 5 goals. Don't waste time and energy on the ones that don't hold the same weight as those first 5. Number 10. Fall in love with the process and not just the goal. Mike Hawkins once said, "You don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the actions that produce the results." You have to accept that achieving any goal is going to be hard work. There are going to be sacrifices, times when you would have to turn down exciting invites or work in the early hours of the morning. But when you fall in love with the process, declining those activities won't matter as much, and working till the early hours will have you surprised at how quickly the time has flown. And Aluxers, only you can get yourself to that point, nobody else, so we suggest the following. Number 11. Change your rhetoric. We've said this so many times and we won't stop saying it. Change the way you speak to yourself. So instead of fueling your mind with negative thoughts and self-doubt, start feeding it with goodness and value. But when it comes to focus, we take it a step further. If you have to work late or you're exhausted and are just not amped to be working, instead of saying, "I wish I didn't have to be doing this right now," or "I'm just too tired for this," instead say, "How lucky am I to be able to do this right now?" or "I can sleep as soon as I'm finished, XYZ. Do you have any idea how many people would love to be where you are right now? So be grateful for where you are, how far you've come already, and the journey that you're still going to embark on. Number 12. Have a place for everything and keep everything in its place. This way, you're not wasting time looking for your keys, sunglasses, dog leash, and so on. In our video, 15 Things You're Wasting Time With, we said, if someone came to you and asked, "Would you work for free for 2.5 days?" your reaction would likely be along the lines of, "Are you bleeping crazy?" Of course, you wouldn't work for free for 2.5 days without there being some major reward down the line. However, studies reveal that the average person spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost stuff. And that's the average person who you imagine is semi-organized. Imagine the person that really doesn't have their shit together at all. Get yourself organized. Find a space for everything. If it doesn't fit, donate it. Free your mind of clutter so you can stay focused. Number 13. Self-assess when your focus is good and arrange your day accordingly. Aluxers, are you a morning person or a night owl? When is your mind switched on, alert, and ready for action? If you're an early riser, then plan your workday to get the most involved tasks out of the way first, so that later on in the day when you're feeling a bit more spent, you can complete the tasks that don't require quite as much concentration. No point leaving those tasks for when the kids are asleep, because no doubt you'll be asleep too. Number 14. Smile. It's confirmed. Smiling helps you focus and increases your productivity. Even if the smile isn't really genuine at first, it's the simple act of creasing your eyes, pulling your mouth up towards your ears, and showing some teeth that will help you work a bit better. That fake smile can help you enjoy what you're doing and makes you feel less anxious. And remember, life is short, so smile while you still have teeth. Still to come, some unique ways to build focus. Stick with us. Number 15. Learn about flow. Hungarian-American psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi coined the term flow. He studied high performers in several fields and noticed a similarity in how they describe their most productive times. His concept of flow is a highly focused mental state conducive to productivity. When interviewed by Wired magazine, he explained it as follows: as being completely involved in an activity for its own sake. The ego falls away, time flies, every action, movement, and thought follow inevitably from the previous one, like playing jazz. Your whole being is involved and you're using your skills to the utmost. And the first step to achieving flow is no distractions. So Aluxers, what do you do to increase focus? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. And you know what it means to stick with us until the end? You get a bonus, and this one's all about rather unique ways to build focus. You can turn up the heat to increase concentration. Cornell University did a study which resulted in interesting findings. It found that colder offices meant employees made more mistakes than people in warmer offices. On the converse, if you're at home, taking a cold shower before committing to your task can help you stay focused, and if you like this one, listen to video game music. If you can bear it, it might be worth it. Apparently, it's designed to keep you focused so you complete tasks without distraction. And when you actually think about how focused gamers are, well, I guess it works. Thanks for watching, Aluxers. We appreciate you leaving a like, and please do subscribe for more videos every day.